Hey, very good morning to you, trader. How are you? You guys all right? Today is Monday, the 23rd of the 3rd, and gold went to our target last night. We had a workshop last night with our students where I gave them the target, and I said that the market would stop that target and then it would reject. Because we had a very good support in that region. And it did exactly that, which is awesome because we managed to do a trade of over 20,000 points, which for me, that's pretty good. It's not one of those trades that we come across every day, unfortunately, but the reading was right. And the best thing that can happen is when you are right about the reading. So, right now, I would like to apologize first because on Thursday and on Friday, we could not have our live. I had some issues that I had to travel to sort out in the capital of my state, and it was a last minute thing, so I couldn't really notify you guys before then. So, I'm so sorry about that. But we are back, and we are going to be sorting out um, the gold for today. So let's see exactly where it is sitting at the moment. Just give me 1 second. We've got gold on our daily chart here, and I already can see that it's still above my support. So just 1 second. Cool. So it is just above my support in there. Let's see how that's going to play out. Cool. So, daily chart, we can see that the market has renewed the minimals of candle 22. Okay. So, we had candle 22 here for the past couple months, and we've been talking about how market was above this 50% and it held above 50% here. And then on Wednesday, market broke through trigger candle. I believe this is 26 and broke through 22, which is one here. Once the market broke through that, we had nothing else to stop this price. Just a whole bunch of liquidity below, plus the liquidity below here. So yesterday we had market opening above this support here, which is this trigger candle, and that's what we mapped. And then it tested down, couldn't break through, then tested up, and it had that resistance in there from that candle. So market managed to get about there, and then it came back down once again. So when it did that, it only confirmed to us that this market was going to come down into regions below. We had this support here, which was that trigger candle that could hold that price. So we actually sold here just on, I can't and I can't remember which candle it was. So he sold here with a target of this trigger candle below here, because once it stopped, these guys, the buyers from here and from here, you would have to accelerate and come around to this region. So that was bang on, was really good. And now let's see how much of this retraction is true and see what we can expect from the gold today. One thing that we did have is market didn't have much liquidity to continue on its way up. So we've been saying for a while that if it didn't have enough liquidity, it would have to come back down. I can't delete that FIBO. Why can't I? Oh, there we go. Work now. So if we don't have enough liquidity in a certain region, the market will always have to go and grab that liquidity before it actually comes back to do whatever um, it wants to do. And we're getting, oh, hang on, we're getting a long option here. Bear with me for 1 second. Let me just have a look at something because we might get a very good long option here. Two seconds. What I'm looking at is this here on the 1 hour chart. We can see that price came down. It did close above its 50%. This price came down, tested below, and it's coming back up. So we might get an opportunity um, of grabbing a hard scalp from here to there, okay, which would give us pretty much, let's see, uh, let's call it 2,000 points. Um, so we might get about 2,000 points on a trade here. Candle 171 closes inside of candle 163. I would be happy to buy. Stops quite long though. Stops really long. But we can hold it on the 1 minute. Testing down. Let's see if it will be able to break through that trigger candle. If it does, we'll just grab ours and get out, okay? We're not going to be long forever here. Okay, so candle 173. Okay, we're on the trade right now. Let's see how far this price will go. The amplitude of these candles are huge at the moment. Has confirmed pullback to the highs here. So at the moment, price does need to continue. As you can see, it has broken the trend line here. So let's see if it's gonna be if it's gonna manage to break through that trigger candle on 63. Amplitudes are huge, so make sure you adjust your hand accordingly. Of course, I'm not gonna be getting that stop, that full stop. If I see that's gonna come back on me, I will close it before. But the obligation of candle 162 would be to come here and renew that maximum high. It's 63, trying to push back up. Let's see if it's going to confirm pullback on the 1 minute. Coming to test the should test some sort of support. Let's see if it'll find support here. The obligation of candle 15 on the 1 hour, it is to come here around the region of 50%. Okay, so candle of 1 hour has broken through all the resistance in there. So the obligation of candle 15 would be to come back up here. Now, we could be on this trade for quite a while. So, but I don't want to be holding it until below this candle 15, because then it would tell me that it would be changing the structure. Okay, so the structure right now that we have on the 5 minutes is the market making higher highs and higher lows. So this is what we expect. Now we've got to see if it's going to continue to do that. I wouldn't be taking this trade much higher than about 2,000 points unless if I see very strong movement from buyers. So in here we get on the 1 minute, we're getting big push from buyers right now. We have this last retraction, which is this one, but sellers are pushing through. So it's starting to look not so good. Let's see how that's going to play out. We're just above support at the moment. We have to see price breaking through trigger candle 861. On the 1 hour, we do have a good buy here, but let's see if it's going to continue to look like that on the 1 minute chart. We have a pullback here on candle 173. It did come back and close below trigger candle 163. So if candle 174 comes back up and closes above trigger candles, then we are still in a good trade. Let's see if the market is just creating more liquidity above these candles, because it would have to come and stop these guys. We are above 50% of our day at the moment, which is awesome. This morning we had quite a big push in here. Look at that. That was very good. Then market corrected on its 50%. Let's see from the last movement it did. So it corrected exactly at 50% and came back up, which gives us a good buying opportunity here. Even though on the macro, we are in a downtrend, okay? So we just gotta be quite careful with it, because this very big push up here from buyers did leave a lot of inefficiency here below, so the market could try to come and grab that, but it has confirmed pullback to the high, so it should come back up. And candle 172 did break through the trigger candles to the left, so it gave us the perfect opportunity of getting into a trade. This is from yesterday, so is this, so is that. Let me just adjust a couple things. Okay, so on the 15 minutes candle, 58 closed inside of trigger candle 55. Candle 59 has to test now. The only place it could test for me that I would be happy for it to test is the trigger candle 57. Okay, so price starts breaking through that, then I wouldn't be very happy. That's pretty much what's happening right now. So it came back here to the 50% of the last push. If price does break through, then I'll be getting out of this trade. We still have trigger candles here holding that price. We have support here. This support above was broken. We've got 50% of this movement. We have support here and here, but this is pretty much where I'm willing to go on that trade. Okay, so candle 59 tested down. It's all right. So Let's see how everything is going at the moment. Come on, candle 175. Come back up. We still have buyers pushing price through here at this stage. Candle 871 did test the resistance here. Candle 872 is testing the same resistance. It did also test the back of our trend line here. Let's see how our 15-minute candle is going to hold up. Market doesn't have a lot of liquidity at the moment, so it has to generate that liquidity. What it had before was actually captured on candle 158, so and 159. It grabbed all this liquidity here. So now market has to generate liquidity below and on top. So there's more liquidity on top than there is below. Okay. So there's a lot of liquidity up on candle 160. There's more there than you could actually expect below on candle 170. Let's see. So you got big push from buyers right now. It hasn't concluded the obligations of the pullback. It did for this small pullback, but we still have this higher pullback for it to be renewed. It's gotta renew the maximum high in there, and the 1 minute did grab the liquidity to the left. Just 1 second. So candle 175 doing its job. I would really appreciate if candle 874 of the 1 minute chart will actually break through candle 873. Because if it does that, it would be pretty much continuing to break through this 50% here on the 15 minutes. So what we look at, we're looking at all time frames, right, at the moment. So we've got a good, sorry, we've got a good entry point here from the 1 hour chart. So as soon as we were opening this, we saw that. So this was a great opportunity. So we got into this trade. Then we go down to the 15-minute chart, see if it's actually a good trade, and then we go down to the 5-minute chart and see if there's any good entry points. So this is what we're looking at. Now, I was hoping, because now we've got a resistance to the left, which is the resistance of the trigger candle 22, which is this one right here. See, that's a resistance for the price. I was hoping it would have broken through that already with quite an ease, as the other candle from the 1 hour, as candle 14 did go over there and managed to pinch it through. So I was hoping candle 15 would actually get in there with certain ease. Now from the 1 minute chart, we can see that price is not going in as easy as we expected it to. So now we can start to, we've got to start being careful about it, because if it doesn't start breaking through new highs, we can actually expect this price to come back. And I really didn't want this price to come back on us. Of course, we have resistance over there, so let's see how it goes. We do have liquidity to the left, so if on the 1 minute we manage to stop these guys on the left, we could see a we actually should see a very big push up, because we'll be grabbing all those contracts from the guys who sold. Their stop are actually buying contracts. So every time it grabs those buying contracts, it should push our price up. Okay. So we have over 1,000 points now on this trade. Candle 877 did push through and did close above the 1 minute chart. There we go. That's a big push from sellers. Why would you do that? Let's see if we find support. Now we can actually push our stop to below candle 175. Because if price does come back here, it's going the other way around. So we don't want to be holding a stop much larger than that. Let's see if candle 879 will manage to stop those guys from 834. I do prefer trades that pays faster, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes you're just stuck in a trade forever. Due to the amplitudes, I can't really put it on break even. Because if I put it on break even right now, it's just gonna come and stop us and then do it, make its movement. So I do prefer to wait a little bit. On the 15-minute chart, we still have candle 59 trying to stop these guys from candle 56. So we've got to wait for the market. All right, so candle 176 hasn't managed to break through and to close above candle 175, candle 177 came down to test that support. We're just in the region of that 50% and on the region of that minimums of that trigger candle on the daily, and that was big push. Nice. Okay, come on, come on. Awesome. All right, now we're talking. Come on. Come on, 882. Come on. Let's see if 882 will continue on its way up. Big push from buyers. And now it has concluded the obligations of the pullback here on candle 834 and on a candle 816. Holy moly. Let's see if it will break candle 794. That trigger candle there could hold that price. And let's see if candle 883 will continue on its movement up. If it does start coming down, then I will liquidate this trade, because this right now, it's over 3% of our trade. I can take a partial out. Let's have a look at 1 minute. 883 did not close above 882, so price could be getting a bit tired. Main problem here is that when candle 60 opens, candle 60 is going to have to test. So that test from candle 60 could come as low as this. So if we hold on it, we could be losing quite a bit of the money that we have made. So let's see, we've got 3 seconds to go. See if I have support to the left. Could come to test this support. So 15-minute candle testing down. Now what we can do is if it does come back up, Just setting up my other trades here. Come on, buddy. Now it has confirmed the pullback. Now we are over the 50% of this movement, as you can see here on the 15-minute chart. Let's see if it will manage to pay us at the maximum high of candle 160. That is a region where sellers could appear. Cool. Paid. We have our take for the day. Let's see if it will renew the maximum high. And the 178 hasn't yet renewed that maximum high yet. Let's see if it will. And that's a 5,000 point take, which is awesome. Well seen during our analysis of the 1 hour. So we saw that spot on. Should see a big push from buyers right now. And cool. Paid everywhere. That's awesome. Thank you, Gold, once again for that awesome trade. And the market's like that, guys. Who's live here with us that actually got into that trade? Anybody on the chat? Just write on the chat who got into that trade together with us. Nobody? Well, nobody wrote on the chat, so I guess none of you guys got into that trade together with me. But that's totally fine. So it did go on target now, so don't just buy there, okay? Wait for it to confirm that the movement is actually going to continue on its way up. So this price at the moment could come back into the structure. I do believe that now, due to the amount of liquidity that he actually got below, um, we do have enough liquidity for this movement to just continue on its way up for quite a while, okay? So there was a lot of liquidity grabbed below on the daily. So And I love when gold does this. It start moving and then it just goes. And this is one of the things that we have happen on the gold, but it doesn't happen everywhere. So when it does that, it's good to get into that tendency and just follow through on it. Cool, guys. It is very, very close to our 10 o'clock. Um, I do have to go trade with my students very soon. But before I go, let's have a look at what we can expect today for the for the opening of the American market. So right now we are above 50% of the day. Okay, price just renewed the maximum high of candle 54 here on the 15-minute chart. We are also above the last retraction, okay, the price made. Price did grab all the liquidity below, that's what we know. Now, what could happen is, let's have a look at options, buying options here. Man, we could have a three candle pattern tomorrow, today actually. If the price of candle 57 closes in today inside of candle 56 and on the opening of the Asian market we get a push down, we could get a three candle pattern here to come back up into inside this structure, okay? So tomorrow might be a good buying day, a good day to go long. But that's only if candle 57 closes positive, okay? It's got to close positive today inside of candle 56. That might not happen. So I'm just letting you know. Um, Candle 15 here concluded its obligation, which was the um, high of candle 14. That's done. So if it decides to come back down, that's totally fine. The other thing we have here is right now we are above its 50%. If price does come back down and tests this 50%, it could be telling us that this movement is actually going to continue on its way up, okay? So on the 1 minute, we could say that price could come back to test as far as this support here, that we have this line there. But we do also have this support here. So if you are still going long on the gold, you don't really want to see price coming back inside of the structure. Of course, candles must test. So in 3 minutes, we're going to have the opening of candle 16, which might come back a bit lower to test. So this is the reason why I took most of my partials out, because this price may have to come back down to test again. And I don't want it to be testing with my money. All right. So if market comes back down inside of the structure, oh, wrong again, sorry. Market does come down inside the structure. Um, we could be looking at shorting positions once price breaks to this 50%, okay? So don't short it just yet, because this, I do believe, after grabbing all of that liquidity, we have a very big buying force here. But if price does come back below this 50%, you actually could be looking at a good solid sell. So if it breaks through, comes here, breaks through these tops here, comes down below 50% of the day, then you could see market coming down to grab the liquidity from below. All that we must see now is if this price is going to respect um, and reject the structure. Price pretty much is where its lowest point was here. Okay. So if it does get to this region here and rejects, we are still on a low trend at the moment. So it could reject around these regions here. Okay. It might come test this 50% and then do a little bit of dancing around before it continue on its way up. Or it might come break through this 50% of the last movement, and then you could short it from here once it breaks through this structure of the 46 to grab the liquidity below. All right, so this is us for today. Today was awesome. Was a good starting for the week actually. Since yesterday we had a awesome start of the week. Um, and let's see how it goes. We are on the 23rd of March at the moment, which is awesome. And we still have about 7 days to go. Trading days, we've got about 5 days. And let's hope that tomorrow will be as awesome as today was. Okay, guys, thank you very much for being here with me. I do love doing this analysis with you guys, especially on days where we have enough liquidity for great movements. I would like to say thank you. This has been the Trading Cage, where we beat the gold. And do not forget to like, comment, subscribe to our channel, and also share this channel with your friends so people can learn how to actually trade the proper way, make analysis in all their markets before they get into trades. All right. So thank you. Today was a awesome day. I will